Very pleased to be joined here at SB Nation by the one and only, the legendary. You know him, you love him. I really don't think that there are enough kind things to say about the reigning Heisman Trophy winner, soon to be NFL player. It is Travis Hunter. Travis, thank you so much for joining us at SB Nation.
Yes, sir. No problem.
So I'm going to say straight up right away, I'm a Sun Devil. So kind of nice to be a Big 12 champion. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
never thought I'd have a chance to tell somebody like you this, but, I've got to flex when I can. You know what I mean?
It's okay. I got a Heisman Trophy.
You know what? I would tell anybody and everybody that if I were you. Like anytime if I ordered food or if I went and got my car washed, like if somebody would be like, have a nice day, I'd be like, yeah, I have a Heisman Trophy. You know what I mean? Like is that something that you, in your own fun way, like maybe with your friends, like,
Nah,
somebody beats you at a game or something, you're like, that's okay, I have a Heisman Trophy.
nah. We don't joke about the trophy. We don't joke about a trophy. I got a lot of them, but I don't really joke about them for real. That was my first time. So
I'm flattered that I could be your first one then. And also, there was a little joke in there. I don't know if you did it on purpose, but I have a lot of them. You know what I mean? I have a lot of trophies. No big deal. I've got a lot to kind of, pick and choose what I make my jokes about. You, we're chatting on Thursday, April the 10th. And so you're 2 weeks away from your life changing in a formal sense. We all know, we all understand, we can all be straight up. You're going to be drafted very highly when it comes to the first round of the NFL draft. But your life has been this way for a very long time. Do you
Mhm.
remember the last time that you lived a, we'll call it normal life, when you didn't have all of this attention surrounding you for the smallest little thing?
Nah, my life is still normal. I still do the same thing I've been doing when I was a little kid and when I was in high school. So I do the same thing. I don't get out the norm. I stay humble. I don't let anything I do in the football field affect my, personal life outside of football. So I'm the same person. I do the same thing.
That's very cool, and I love that. And so I wanted to kind of go back to that time. I respect that you're saying, I've been the same way for forever. I went and looked at your first Instagram post. Do you
Mhm.
remember what it was?
No.
Do you have a guess?
Nah.
It was this photo of you. I'm going to show it to you on my camera here. I'm getting a text message. Do you, do
Yeah.
you do you have any guess what the caption was for the photo in question?
Nah, I don't.
It was so this was June 14th of 2021, and you captioned it the Trav.
See, I
Is
just do this. I'm the same person. I do the same stuff.
is that how long has the Trav been a thing for you then? Your whole life?
Uh, nah, I came up with that in high school.
Okay. Well, so this all kind of tracks then. You know what I mean? It all kind of makes sense. You are here today on behalf of Snickers, and I want to thank you, first of all, because I have this monstrous box, thanks to
Oh, you have
Travis.
it? Yeah, you have it too? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
mean, two is kind of the theme here, Travis. So let's
So,
talk about this for a second. This is Travis Hunter's two pack.
yeah, two pack. You get a both of Russell Wells. You get the ice cream bar, and you also get the Snicker bar, the candy, the chocolate bar. So,
So full disclosure, I put the ice cream bar in the freezer because my wife cares more about those than I do. But this is the two pack, and here is the actual normal Snickers is in here. But like
uh,
I said, the ice cream bar is in the freezer, and we've got this Travis Hunter picture. Which version or which photo is you on offense and which is on defense? The white shirt or the blue shirt?
I think it's the white shirt actually.
Is that how you would
Ice cream.
associate it? You would say the white shirt's offense, blue shirt's
Yeah,
defense?
yeah, because it's just like the lighter team is offense, and the darker team, the dark side is the blue. So,
There was more logic in that than I thought there would be. So that was very well done. So
yeah,
this is very cool. People can get this, right? Travis Hunter's two pack.
yes, yes.
Um,
April
Obviously,
15, snickers.com/2 pack.
Snickers.com/slash two pack. So the number two is
Mm.
very kind of prevalent in your life. Obviously, you play two positions. You've been asked about this a million different times, but is that something you're passionate about doing for forever? I mean, to the degree that it's allowed or you feel comfortable with doing once you get to the NFL?
Yes, sir. As long as they allow me to be different and do something that they have never seen before, I'm excited to be able to, go in and do my job, be
Now,
myself, and play football.
Now, I believe, and a lot of people believe, I think the consensus opinion is that you were the best player in the NFL draft. And you obviously understand, I think everybody does, that positional value matters, right? Like quarterbacks
Mhm.
and whatever, this and that. So we'll see what ends up happening with the number one overall pick. But as of now, the Cleveland Browns hold the number two overall pick. Like I said, the number two is kind of a important thing for you right now in your life. recently, Cleveland Browns general manager Andrew Berry said he sees you specifically as primarily a receiver that can play corner. Does the way a team feels about you matter to you at all? I mean, if they feel you're primarily a wideout or you're primarily a corner, or do you not care? You're willing to kind of listen to how different teams feel.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, they have never seen something like me before. Coming on the football field, played both sides of the ball full time. So I don't really don't. It doesn't affect me. Whatever helps the team, help the organization, I'm willing to do. If it takes me to play both positions, I'm willing to do it.
I got to be honest. I think that the sentence that you are saying here, because you've said it a few times now, to your point that this you're something and someone that people have never seen before. That if we just read that on a piece of paper, that would sound like a really confident sort of statement. But you say it very humbly.
Yeah.
That's a strange oxymoron. I mean, does that make sense to you that you could be like, look, you've never seen me before? Like it sounds like that, right? Like if I read it in a text message, it would sound that, kind of bold. But how do you manage to be that confident in your abilities but humble at the same time?
I mean, because I didn't just get here by myself. I know it took a team and it took a journey for me to be able to get here and be able to perform how I perform. It took a village to help me, beat Travis. So I understand like humble is key. You don't want to be too excited. You don't want to be too confident, but you want to have enough confidence. You want to have enough competitive spirit in you to, let people know that you're still good and you know exactly you know exactly who you are and what you can do.
That's a really great answer. And I imagine you've always been really good at answering things, but you've been through a million different interviews and conversations and whatnot throughout this process. Is there some piece to knowing it's all finally almost over? Like soon enough, whatever the team is going to be, you're going to have it and you get to finally you get to pick a house, right? Like you get to start your life and you don't have to be living in this limbo anymore.
Nah, I've been peaceful the whole time, so it doesn't get to me. This is my job. I like to be where my feet are, so I'm excited to go through this process. I'm the first in my family to be able to do it, so I'm excited to be able to tell my brother, tell my sisters, tell my family how everything went and how the process is when my brother gets to this stage in life.
That's again, nothing phases you, dude. I mean, except for I guess bragging about, the Sun Devils winning the Big 12. Like that was the only time I got you to kind of crack a little bit. I find it really impressive, and I don't think that, and I think everyone would agree, that you wouldn't have achieved what you've achieved so far if you didn't have this just kind of incredible grounding. And that is a really rare thing in general, let alone for somebody who's just about to begin this whole process. And so you're at a really good spot. And so have you started to, because you did say that it takes a village and it takes a team, and obviously your goal when you get to the NFL is to win the Super Bowl. Have you looked at I imagine you have an idea of where you're going to go. Have you started to kind of just, I don't want to say dream, but envision what life would be like on these different teams and how you can work with certain players and whatnot in hopes of achieving obviously overall team success?
No, I just want whatever team I get to, just be able to go out there and show them what I can do, and hopefully they, let me do the same thing I've done in college, and that's just be myself and continue to play and be Travis.
That's amazing. Again, like I find it just absurd that you have this incredible calm about you. I imagine that you at least are aware that that's not normal. That most players who are entering this time are, I don't want to call it nervous, but it's different, right? For the first time in your life, you don't really have a say in what's going to happen, and that just changes the math for people. You know what I mean?
Yes. I'm just excited to go over wherever I go. I love to move around, whatever new state I would be in, I'd be excited to be there, excited to be able to work with the organization and just have fun.
Travis, see, you love to move. Like that's something that nobody likes. Nobody likes to move. You can be an all-world athlete at multiple positions, but you cannot tell me that you like to move. Nobody
Yeah,
enjoys.
I love to move. I love to be in a different state. I went to Jackson State at first in Mississippi. I love to be there, and then I went to Colorado. I love the mountains. I love everything about Colorado. I love everything about the people. I was able to help the community out and be able to meet a lot of new people. So it was exciting. So my next destination, I'll be the same person and do the same things I've been doing.
I do think it is a really interesting time in college athletics. Obviously, you're entering the NFL now, but where you can play at what would be, in the past defined as smaller markets or, not necessarily the kind of blue bloods of the world. And in the NFL, for a long time, you had to play for somebody who, was in a metroplex or something like that to kind of get national attention. But now, I mean, I know they lost the Super Bowl, but the Kansas City Chiefs are one of the most, successful and visible teams in the country, in the world, and they play, in a smaller market in the Midwest. And I think that is obviously something that speaks to the growth of football, but obviously something that speaks to what people like your coach at Colorado helped elevate in terms of the NFL. Do you feel that way too? That like you're going to not only have success, but you're going to be able to be seen and be able to have your platform be viewed wherever you are, even if it is a small market in a technical sense.
Uh, I'm just excited, that part that's not up to me. I just excited to go and play and be accepted by any fan base that I'm playing.
Again, I'm really impressed. As if I weren't already. Let's see here, Travis. You've done a great job at kind of batting the pitches away here. So I'll go this route. I cover the Dallas Cowboys normally, and like that's my day to day here at SB Nation. The, every year, the kind of biggest name in the draft cycle, obviously that's you this year, gets connected to the Cowboys over and over. You're in a bit more of a unique spot because of Dion and everything and his history and whatnot. Has that been anything that's been on your radar? People throwing Cowboys edits at you and things like that?
No, 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 no. I mean, I don't have social media and stuff, so only thing I do is chill with my fam, go fishing, and that's about it. Play the video game.
Okay, my second to last one. What's your video game you're playing right now? That's your
Uh,
your kind of escape. You're living the Travis Hunter life.
uh,
What are you playing?
well, I play FIFA a lot, but I'm back home in Savannah, so I didn't even bring my video game, so I haven't been playing my video game for a minute.
I have to know though, who's your FIFA team? Like who do you play with? Is it your favorite club team or is it a team you like to play FIFA with?
I play with my player because you can make a player on there. I play Rush with my friends and my brother. And also I like to play when I play against my friends, I like to play the international Argentina team.
That's very well done. Your player, does he play multiple positions? Because if he doesn't, then we have to
Yeah,
talk to
yeah, yeah,
FIFA.
he's a good defensive player and a good striker. So
Of
yeah.
course he
Jake,
is.
just giving you the 1 minute mark.
What else would Travis Hunter be if not for a good offensive and defensive player, whether it's in football, soccer, football, whatever you want to call it?
He's fishing.
Travis, Snickers, do you like the regular or ice cream bar more?
Well, I grew up on the regular bar, but I also love the ice cream, and I love both of them. So I couldn't even tell you which one I like more because I like both of them. I love both of them.
Travis, I already would have bet on you having one of the most incredible NFL careers before talking to you, but after it, I'm even more confident than ever. I wish you health, wealth, and happiness and prosperity throughout the process. Enjoy it, make all the memories, hug all the people, do all the high fives, take all the pictures. It's a once in a lifetime thing before so much work begins that you're obviously going to be very good at. My best of luck to you. Thank you so much for joining us, and shout out to Snickers for putting you
Yes,
and
sir.
I together.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thank you all very